Alright guys, time for another video. Today we're going to be fitting to the ST this central armrest cover from Redline Goods, which has got the blue piping on it, which will match the gear gaiter I've already got in the car from my last video, and also the blue mounting gear knob, which I'm still waiting for. But hopefully that'll be here sometime soon. But the things together should all be pretty nice. So this comes with practically no instructions. It just tells you to log onto the website, and the website just says stick it on the car. So that's what we're going to do. I've got this heat resistant glue, but really I'm only using this to tack it on because... Okay, so here we are back in the car. Let's take a look at what we're doing. So here's the gear stick, which has got the blue trimming on the gaiter already, which also came from Redline Goods. I don't have the gear mounting gear knob yet. And we're going to put the armrest here, so it's going to match that. So the first thing we've got to do is open this guy up and undo the three T25 Torx bits, two down there and one up there, and then the top part lifts away. Okay, that's those three removed. Yeah, and this just lifts off. There's a little plastic bit at the back. I'll leave that for there, but this is basically what we want. So we've got the original part here is on there, and we're just going to glue ours over the top, which is what they say in the instructions to do. Or I've seen other people who would remove the existing one and then put that on instead, but hopefully they said this gives you a bit more padding. So we'll see if this fits over the top. If it does, it should be really, really easy. So according to the instructions for this thing, what we should do is take the new cover and put it over the top, and that's fine, just stick it on. I tried that and it wouldn't go back together because there's just too much material in the way. You see where the bottom bit goes in, it's all very tight. You just can't add the extra layer of material, it won't click back into position. So I've peeled this back off, and I'm now going to actually pull this apart and remove the old one and then put the new one in instead. It means I'm going to have to glue it all, and it's going to take a little bit longer, but if the end result is better, then that's just the way it is. So the first thing we're doing is peeling off it from the inside in here, and then we'll just be able to slip it off. It's just glued on, but it is just coming away gradually. Okay, now we've got to a point where all the edges are kind of peeled away, so now we can start peeling this off. Okay, so now it's all coming off. You can see there is the padding underneath there, so we're going to reuse. And here's the top part that's going to come off. Here it is, with that removed, and we're now going to reapply the new one. This is quite thick. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to apply some glue to the back of here, and then we're going to spread it on with an old paintbrush. So that's a little of the glue on the back, and I'm literally gonna spread it on here with this old brush. And we're gonna put this on here. Try and get it centered and as tight as possible. And we're just going to put something heavy on top of that just to stop it from moving around, and we'll come back to that once it's had a chance to set. Okay, so having done the top bit and putting the glue on just here, I'm now going around the edges. See, I haven't done it here yet, but I'm basically using these clamps to clamp it on one at a time. I'm just going my way around, and I'm putting some paper tissues on the edge just to stop it making any marks. Quite a few bits that have got glue, but that's all on the inside, so it doesn't make any difference. I've done all this bits all glued, and I'm just basically working my way along to the back. I'm only getting a few hours to dry each time. Some of these things like the corners here are kind of challenging, but I think that's come out pretty good. So I'm just going to carry on working my way down the side and then do the back, and then I'll be ready to go back in. Okay, so here it is all back together. I still had some issues getting it back in here. So so I had to just modify it slightly. Probably took a bit too much off here just to get it to fit because it was just too tight, but it seems to be all lining up now, so now we should just be pop this back in the car. So this is basically going to be the same as what we did to take it to pieces. We're going to put this plastic bit back over the holes, just a bit on the back, then just position this all back together. This bit goes here. And this goes on top. And then put all the screws back in. So here it is, finally finished. It took a bit of doing to get it lined up, but there it is. The nice blue stitching on, and there it is, all in place. So that here goes very nicely with the gear knob that I'm yet to get, and the stitching that's on the gear gauge already. I probably made this more difficult than it needs to be, but it's in, so now I can join. I know it's a little bit untidy underneath, but you're never going to see that. And so I do have the nice leather on top, which is much nicer than it was before. And the actual fit at the end is actually quite nice. So just don't open it. All right, I'll see you for another video sometime soon, probably when my gear knob arrives, if it ever comes. And yeah, because I've had some issues with Mountune, so I'm getting them home from somewhere else now instead. So we'll do another video sometime soon.